If you love fantasy romance, if you love enemies to lovers, if you love the who did this to you line, this is the book club for you. Hello my friends, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Tori if you're new. I'm so excited that you're here. Jameson wanted to say hi because we have a very exciting announcement today. Let's just talk about it because I'm so excited. I can't wait. I've been wanting to start a fantasy romance book club literally for so long. Ever since I started Romantasy-a-thon, I was like, there needs to be a book club too, because I literally love screaming, crying, and throwing up about fantasy romance with y'all. We are going to be starting the Who Did This To You book club. I'm going to leave it linked in my description box below. So this book club is going to be on Fable, the app. So it's fable.co if you're looking at it like online. We're going to read one book a month. We're gonna pick it together. And let me tell you a little bit about Fable. This is not sponsored at all. I just feel like I discovered the app Fable not too long ago, and I was very surprised because I was like, why are more people talking about this? This is so cute and it's so fun. So it's almost like a Discord, except it's much more focused on the book club and like the book that you're reading. So I'll pop up a screen recording and let's talk a little bit about Fable, what it is and how it works. Join your book club, step 1. Each month there are in-app polls, and the polls last for 3 days, so we can vote on the next book that we want to read together. I also have the example pulled up of reading Heavenly Bodies by Imani Eru. That doesn't have to be our first book club pick. I just wanted it to like show you what Fable does. So we have our current book that we're reading. We have a discussion section in our book club. So we have the club lobby, which is basically just our general chat, so we can talk about all of the things that we want to talk about. Then there's the kickoff of us being like, oh my gosh, I heard like X, Y, and Z about this book, or I'm so excited for this book. And then what Fable does is it breaks out a bunch of chat rooms essentially by chapter of the book. I love this so that when we're reading and we're reading it all together and we're reading it at different paces probably, you're not gonna get spoilers. And then there's a whole reflection section so we can all share our star ratings, our final thoughts about the book in that reflection section at the bottom. The other feature that it does have is there is a schedule. I'm not someone who's gonna be like, we need to read to chapter 5 by this date and chapter 10 by this date or whatever. Very low-key, very relaxed. We're not trying to be stressy about reading books. We're just trying to have a fun, silly, goofy time and live our best fantasy romance lives. So that is Fable. That's kind of how it breaks it out. The other thing that I would share as well is I like that Fable, for the most part, makes books pretty accessible. So if some of our books that we're reading are, I don't know, not the most available to you in the area that you're in, you do have the ability to purchase the book in app, so that way you still have that book accessible to you. I will say it doesn't have every single book for sale. I find that some of the books that are on Kindle Unlimited, it might not have for sale in app, but it does have that feature as well. So we're gonna kick off our book club in August. We get to decide what we want to read. I'm going to wait a couple days after this video comes out. When you join the book club, it will have Heavenly Bodies up as like our book that we're reading for August, but I would like to put a poll in our club lobby chat to pick our book for August. So don't be afraid if you don't want to read Heavenly Bodies. It's not set in stone that that's what we're reading. I might make that an option if we do want to read that for August, but I want to make sure that we all have adequate time to vote. I really love that Fable does in-app polls. That way I don't have to post them on like my Instagram stories, and we can also talk about options and stuff like that as well for what we want to be in the poll for August. This book club will be open as well to reading maybe some new adult books and then YA books or adult books, whatever we feel like reading. That's what we're gonna do. Maybe one month we're in the mood for a YA cutesy fantasy romance, maybe a cozy fantasy romance, but then the next month we're like, we want some spice, we want to scream, cry, throw up, and have this be more new adult or adult. totally fine. I just didn't want to lock us into one target audience grouping, if that's what you call it. Those are all of the details. If there are any questions that I forgot to answer, please leave them in the comments down below. I will absolutely answer any additional questions. Like I mentioned, I have the book club linked in the description box below. So if you don't have Fable downloaded, absolutely download it. Make your cute little profile. Join the book club. It's gonna be so much fun. I cannot wait to see you there. Keep your eyes out for another, maybe potentially pretty exciting fantasy romance announcement for August pretty soon. Potentially maybe having to do something with the Romantasy readathon. And I will catch you in the comments. I'll see you in my next video, friends. Bye!